Hello everybody, welcome back. I feel like I missed a couple streams, but it might have just been one. Yeah, had a couple kind of very tired days, and also the heat, I think it was on Friday. I deal like really badly with heat, just in general. Like, this is a bad place to be rude. Yeah, I'm just not like super good with heat. Like, I definitely prefer the cold because I can just put on more clothes, but when I heat up, like, I don't know, I think I'm just genetically sort of predisposed. Words. Never mind. Basically, just don't deal super well with heat, like, ever. Like, if I heat up too much, my hands just don't stop sweating, and then I basically just can't do anything. Because I hate doing anything with my hands when they're, like, super sweaty, and considering 90% of the stuff I do is with my hands. Not a great time, to be honest. Yeah, you want to play games? Got easy hands. You want to draw? You got to paint? Got easy hands. It's just not a good time. So yeah, that kind of knocked things out of schedule a little bit. And then I was gonna stream and just kind of wasn't in the mood for it for a couple days. Did, however, manage to beat Halo 3 on Legendary in under 3 hours total, because it doesn't count your, like... You can do it in one run if you're really good at it, but just tend to redo the missions where we took ages, and then you can really shave off, like, big chunks of time. So that's cool. We also managed to finish one of the missions with a second to go on its par-time. I think the part-time's like 15 minutes, you finished it in 14 minutes 59 seconds, like just bang on part-time. That was really cool. I've been really enjoying playing Halo, to be honest. But in terms of WoW, kind of just stopped playing it, weirdly. Like, I've been super into it. Like I was saying, it's really helped me set up a schedule and routine and everything. And I've been getting like super into the lore and stuff. I tried to get the Shadowlands book on Audible with that deal everyone was doing, but I think I was just a bit too late to get it, so I just ended up getting the BFA book instead. But that's really cool. Like, the BFA book, just within like the opening chapter of like Sylvanas stuff, actually gives her some character. Like, she isn't just a very obvious bad guy, she actually has emotions, and she's, like, struggling with her humanity. Within, like, a couple lines, you get all of that, which you don't get any of that in the game, like, at all. Which I thought was really interesting. Makes her, you know, actually feel like a real character rather than just, say, generic bad guy. Pretty cool. Haven't got super far into it yet. It's been pretty good so far. I got it for like going on my morning walks and stuff, but I lost my wireless headphones. I have literally no idea where they are. Like, either I've dropped them out of my pocket somewhere and they're just gone completely, or they're in somebody else's bag somewhere, or they're like, I don't know, in the bottom of a wardrobe buried under 20 other things that shouldn't be there. So I ended up trying to use my, oh wow. I actually got one I haven't got before. I need 4 more of those as well. Nice. Used some other headphones, like my old workout ones. I have like an ear overclip thing. The issue with those is the overclip thing just has worn away, so it's barely even holding onto my ear, essentially. Like, the rubber or whatever that they use to make them is really thin and weak. So if they're pulled on just too much, which obviously they're workout earphones, so you're kind of under stress and tension and the cable is being pulled, so they just break away from the thing. So one of them's completely detached. And I've, like, re-glued it back together again several times with super glue, and it still just comes back apart again. They are some real, like, trashy looking headphones, but, yeah, they don't work really well at all. Like, especially walking next to, like, roads that I do most of the time. If a car goes past, you just can't hear anything. I was trying to listen to, like, the really, like, the political drama stuff in the BFA book with all the, like, Alliance faction people together, and you just can't hear anything. You hear, like, one word from Gen, and then it goes back to Anduin 5 minutes later. It's like, I heard nothing between these two in this conversation at all. It's just kind of a mess. But, yeah, I'm gonna get some new headphones for that, so I can actually listen to my audiobooks, because I'm actually really enjoying it. I also picked up the newest Warhammer one for the, like, 9th edition stuff. The, like, Necrons versus Ultramarines. Because I like my Warhammer lore too. And I'm looking forward to, listening to that one. I've got some of the Thingy audiobooks. For some reason, the name is slipping my mind. The, like, 30k ones, the Horus Heresy series. I've got, like, the first 3 or 4 of those in audiobook form. I think I got them in, like, a Humble Bundle thing. But they're all in, like, tiny separate audio files, so it's kind of awkward transferring them all. So I might at some point download them all, put them all into, like, Audacity or something, and just sync them all up next to each other so I can just have one big file that I can listen through. Because keep having to find, like, which audio file you were listening to at what timestamp is just kind of irritating. Whereas if they're all just one file, I can kind of just, you know, write down the audio timestamp every time I get back and finish my walk, basically. Which I think will be a much more effective way of doing things. Yeah, another thing I want to talk about, the Halo stuff. Been really enjoying that, really playing that a lot lately. Kind of been toying with the idea of remastering, you know, like remaking the really old Halo content on my YouTube channel. Because that old content is from like 10 years ago, where I literally just pointed a camera at Halo 3 and like videoed it, basically. So you can't see anything. It is terrible quality. There's basically no point in even looking at it. So I kind of wanted to take that and kind of give it the remastering treatment that Halo itself has been given over time. Like, obviously we have Halo 1, Halo 2 remaster. We're still waiting on a Reach and 3, because that'd be real nice. I'd love to see a remaster of 3 and Reach, to be honest. Like, I have a lot of memories tied to 3, but I think Reach was the one where I really went in on it, like, campaign-wise and stuff. So I'd love to see a remaster of that with better graphics and stuff, and I kind of want to give my old Halo videos that same treatment. I don't feel like it'd be that difficult to do, because obviously I can take the audio files from the old ones, and then I basically just have to recreate those scenes myself, but with like all the different mods and graphical improvements that you get with the MCC. I should be able to do most of it solo. I also thought that I could kind of extend things and rewrite it a little bit, because the basic idea behind that old Halo series, the bumper car man thing, I mean, most of it was just, I think it was Luke referencing something, from what I recall. That was pretty much the whole point of it. And I feel like I can kind of extend that and create a sort of more of its own thing around it, because we started to do that with the like later episodes, but it was obviously like a group of 12-year-olds essentially trying to put together a machinima. It just wasn't very good. But I feel like now I could probably sit down and spend some time like writing it out and planning it out a little bit. Like, I already kind of have some ideas to replace certain characters that were kind of irritating. But the basic idea, the basic, like, storyline thing was this bumper car man going around splattering people. It was based on that sort of, you know, surprise reaction thing, here's the thing, splat thing ends. It's like, you know, tiny little 30-second clip things. But you have your, like, the teacher, I think, was the basic character that, like, Liam played originally. And then in episode 2 there was it Frederick or something like that? The elite that Nog played? Which... I remember Liam getting kind of pissed off with Nog at the time because he just started going on about SpongeBob like halfway through the thing. Which was kind of weird. And I'm feeling like I could probably just replace his character with like the elite... like the default like elite voice line things from the early Halo games, you know, the wop 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 thing. Basically just do that for the whole video. For that character. And then just do it in subtitles. Like the old Kraken videos. The issue with that is obviously actually being good at comedy writing, which is debatable on my front, I'll be honest. We'll see how well that goes. I definitely feel like I could remaster the video front. The only issue is like the YouTube audio compression for those like old videos that are like 4:3, I think. They're that old. Like the resolution on them is real weird. The audio is kind of crappy too. Like it's really staticky. Which I don't remember it being at all. I think I might be able to clean some of that up in Audacity, but I'm not sure to what end that will clean up. We'll see how that goes. There's something I do want to try out a little more. I have also been looking into oh, I have to do the mines here, don't I? I've also been looking into modding in Halo in general, like using the assembly kit.
How fortunate.
Oh, okay. Why did I just instantly die? I can't actually see Norbit's... Oh, Norbit's health was there, was the thing. He was fine on health. Yeah, was it that going off? Jesus, why is that like freezing up my game? What is happening? Okay. Yeah, I've been looking into modding with the assembly kit and stuff. It doesn't seem that complicated from what I can see so far. I'm not sure how advanced you can get with it, with just that kit, because it's basically just adding and removing things from the pre-existing like levels. You can create like custom weapons, you can change models and stuff, you can do some interesting stuff with it. Something I want to try and mess around more with. My original idea was to just take, like I've been saying, wanted to see like a remaster of Halo 3 and stuff. My plan was to just take the models and from Halo 2 Anniversary and just put them into Halo 3. Some of the Anniversary models look really pretty, like especially the cutscenes. Like how beautiful those look. To have that for Halo 3 would be amazing. Obviously, currently 343 kind of busy with the whole Halo Infinite thing. Probably not going to get that anytime soon. Unless they surprise us and announce that in like November of this year or whatever, because it's been 10 years, isn't it? I feel like I should probably heal, so I'm going to try and run to one of these, throw down a mine. And when that gets to the end, heal up, if I can survive that one. Cool, just going then. Oh, my corruption procced on top of Norbit. Well, that's terrible. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, my original plan was to port the models from 2 and put them into 3 and make everything look super pretty. The issue I found with that is that you can't seem to export files from 2 and 1 because you need to compress them to edit the files in the first place. So you can't like pull Master Chief from Halo 2 and put him into 3, which is kind of irritating. Even though basically all I want is the FBX model or whatever model that the guys over at 343 used for those things. Yeah, for some reason you have to compress 1 and 2 to even open their game files. Which then means you can't export and you can't... I think you might be able to import stuff, so you could probably take stuff from 2 and 3 at 3 and Reach and put it into 1 and 2, but not the other way around. Which kind of sucks, to be honest. Oh, I pulled a lot of stuff over here. Oops. Well, hopefully my bomb going off does a lot. There we go. Nice. Oh, I need to kill a lot more spiders. Oh, this looks like a good bunch over here. Slap that down in the middle of you. I wonder if it was my corruption going off on top of myself that instant killed me the first time. Because that doesn't do any damage to you, so... Still not really sure why I died that first time. Cool, I did pull all of you guys. Nice. Hope that big one comes over here before the bomb goes off. Oh, they're wandering over there. It instantly resets me when I hit 40. But yeah, you can't export things from those games, so my plan now is probably just to create kind of a customized version of the Halo 3 campaign. I have to exit, never mind. Because I have some ideas for like customized weapons and stuff I want to work on. Still want to keep things like balanced, but after playing the previous Halo games, like 1 and 2, where the shotgun is just like the flood killing machine, and then you play 3 and the shotgun basically just shoots wet paper balls at things. Kind of want to make that shotgun good again, you know? The best shotgun in 3 is that like little Mauler pistol thing that the brutes use. Like that thing actually insta-kills flood. The shotgun does nothing. I have no idea why. So I want to kill rust feathers. Yeah. Oh, save names. On the WoW front, kind of still trying to collect everything that I've been collecting from the start of these streams. But since I stopped playing, I kind of bugged out one of the, well, not bugged it out, but kind of messed myself over with the Argent Crusade quests. Because at some point, I came on and I did all the Argent Crusade quests, and then logged out before handing any of them in. Then I logged in today and they were all completed, but I can't get new quests, so I'm still another 4 days away from getting that, I guess the, not Blood Elf, Night Elf Sabertooth I decided to go for. I think I said on stream I was going to go for the like elk first, but I decided to get the Donassus thing just out of the way because it's like the next faction round in the circle. I'm going to do them all anyway, so it's not really an issue. I need to decide which one I'm going to go for the next like 100 token mount, although I might just save up and get the like the Silver Covenant Argent Crusade mounts instead. Because you can get the hippogriffs and stuff. That look really cool. I'm kind of more interested in the hippogriffs than I am the some of the other weird ones, like the horse with the leggings from Stormwind and the red armored ram and stuff. Though I do like the rams, the Ironforge mounts. They've always been kind of cool. That's Dalaran. But yeah, for the rest of the stream, probably just gonna be working through raids, because, like I say, I haven't been playing, so I haven't done anything pre this reset again. Apart from the stuff I did on stream, which I think was on Thursday? That's why I felt like I missed 2 streams, because I streamed on the Thursday rather than the Wednesday, and I didn't stream on the Friday because of the heat, and then I didn't stream over the weekend because of doing stuff. There we go. So yeah, I did miss one. But at least from the VOD standpoint, it's going to look nice on the YouTube channel now, because I split one of the streams in 2. Everything's going to be nice and balanced still, which is nice. Thinking which raids to do first, actually, because we did all of the Lich King ones. I remember that much. And we did Karazhan. I love this part in Dalaran where you just have to steer blindly and hope you get to the right place. Great. Every time you load into Dalaran, it's the same thing. Yeah, I think we'll hit, probably Dragon Soul and Firelands. I know we've done Firelands on stream before, but several mounts from there, you can run it twice, so it's just really good to do. Might do Firelands first, so actually I need to check if Darkshore still has world quests up. If Darkshore has world quests, it does not. Good. Okay, guess we're just going there anyway, because I need to, but I was kind of hoping to get some more of the seals I need. I think I still need like 57 or something like that to get the Corollisk mount. I think I might be able to do missions somewhere else if they're not there. Is it Arathi Highlands? Yes. Yep. I'm pretty sure Arathi Highlands, there's always people there. Like with Darkshore, it's kind of empty most of the time, even when the warfront is up. From what I've seen, but Arathi Highlands seems to always have people there. Oh, I was clicking the orb. There always seems to be people camping one of the farms as well, which is really irritating. It's Alliance territory, but it's Horde controlled. Nice. I'm trying to think what we needed from there. Wasn't it a wristband or something?
How fortunate.
It's the leggings on normal, apparently. But yeah, wrist. One piece away on both sets, that's nice. I really do prefer the normal version to the heroic. It's like the orange and gold look is way nicer than this, like, really harsh red. Not a fan. Pretty sure I have to fly at this height, otherwise it can dismount me. It's really stupid. I can see a trail of something in front of me. That's worrying. I always kind of dread being flagged for PvP and someone just sniping me off my mount like a demon hunter or something. Or a mage or whatever it is that can slow fall. Just fly past you, missile you, and then just hover themselves down to the floor. Kind of looking forward to when I don't need this legendary cloak and I can have... Oh, my goblin glider back again. I can just jump off of mountains and glide all the way down. I should probably just spend some time making some. Because I still have all these, like, dumb items that I made from engineering. That I literally never use. The portable transmog thing and the one for hunter pets. And then I have 3 anvils for some reason. Oh, yeah, I got that one out of a, thingy, Blingatron box. Pretty sure. One good thing about, like, not playing for a while and coming back is when you come back and all your auctions are finished and you've got a nice, like, 1,000 gold just sat waiting for you. That's satisfying. Oh, I should probably set this to heroic. It is set. Oh, there we go. Thanks, WoW. That's literally the thing I was talking about in the previous stream. Like, in action right there, where your thing is, your raid difficulty is set to heroic, and the portal is just still normal. Don't know why it happens. It's really irritating and means half the time you just miss out on mounts if you're not paying attention. But there it is. So it still irritates me you can't just tame those fire turtles and then you have to wait for the stupidly long respawn on the Terra Pain or whatever it is. Wonder how much stuff I can just grab before I get stun locked and net spammed constantly. I feel like I'm getting a good chunk of stuff right now. Oh, I even got a giant. Oh, there we go. $36 gold just on that. Damn. That's nice. There's a second pile of gold. Third? No. How many piles of gold we can get out of that just cluster mess. I really just... Okay. I think I just censored myself for some reason. That's the first time I've ever noticed myself do that. It's the YouTube algorithm getting to me already, apparently. To be fair, I have also been watching a lot of Kraken again recently, and he does, like, censor himself for some reason. I guess, like I said, the YouTube algorithm. Don't really have a choice not to. Fuck off. I think that's the quickest I've done that so far, especially on stream. Just do the usual tactic, run up here, kill this guy, and he should be basically background here by the time we go back down again. Something I'm going to be doing, probably just after the stream finishes, is spending some time trying to learn speedrunning strats for Halo 2 Legendary. I got some wristbands. I don't think I got the wristbands I can use again. Just have to go all of these guys down. Oh no, wait. Maybe? No, those are the wrong wristbands. I'm sure they are. What? Are there multiple fire lens sets? Jesus Christ. Goddamn fucking camera. Yeah, because I need the hidebound chains. Those are something else, so, okay, let's go kill this guy. Yeah, looking at trying to find ways to speedrun through Halo 2 on Legendary. Trying to learn all the, like, jumps and skips and stuff. Like I said earlier, we've been playing through the Halo Legendary stuff and trying to beat them all under 3 hours to do the, like, the achievement challenge things. And Halo 2 is one of the only ones we've got left now. And, we beat Halo 2 on Legendary, but it took us, like, 13 hours. Like, every mission was, like, an hour to 2 hours. It was a struggle, to be honest. Halo 2 on Legendary is probably the hardest Halo game I've ever played. Like, you play Halo 3 on Legendary, it's like 4 hours long, 4.5 hours, I think, is the time it took us on our, like, first playthrough on PC. Obviously, we've both played it a good chunk before then, on 360, but it only took us 4.5 hours to beat on Legendary, first try on PC, and then we went back and shaved that down to, like, 2 hours 50 something. So that was really easy, and Reach was the same, like, I knew ways to, like, skip through some of the levels and, like, speed things up. And then Brian knew all the rest of them to skip through things. Like, I didn't know about the forklift skip on, I think it's, Nightfall. Where that mission goes from being, like, 15 minutes long to 4 minutes. Because you can just jump through a wall and no enemies spawn. Which is great. So trying to find ways to do stuff like that in Halo 2. Just to try and cut down that time, another 10 hours, basically. What we got in here? Nothing good, that's for sure. Unfortunate. I think I need to get the gloves on normal, maybe? I can't remember. Yeah, actually, I think it is normal, isn't it? It's the normal version of the gloves, and then you use the crystal fragment with the normal gloves, and it turns them into the heroic ones. It's like the ICC armor, where you have to get the previous version to unlock the, like, next tier. Which I think I kind of hated on before, but I kind of like that idea of, like, having to unlock basically tier sets of armor. Especially when it's current content, I think that's a really good way of doing it. Because it's not just, oh, I've beat the raid, I don't have to do it again. It's you've got to beat it on each progressive difficulty to get the next tier of armor to get your, like, best in slot thing. I feel like that adds a lot of incentive to keep going, keep learning, and keep sort of challenging yourself to do the next tier of things. Good way of doing things. Kind of lost where I was in the Halo round though. I think I was talking about Halo 2. Yeah, I was doing some research on that this morning. Learned a skip on I can't remember what the level's called, but it's the one where you go and punch the prophet in his wheelchair. Because we were trying to, oh, that's cool. We were trying to beat the part-time on that yesterday, and we were like a minute off, 2 minutes off, something like that. No, it was 2 minutes 50, I think, is the exact time we were off from beating it. And turns out there's a skip you can do right at the start of that skips the whole first section of the level. So that will more than likely shave off the like 2 minutes 50 we need in order to finish it. So my plan is to spend some time after the stream practicing the jumps and stuff to do that. Because basically what you have to do is grenade jump up onto the roof of the room you start in, and then there's a pillar you can sprint jump up. It's like a sprint crouch jump. And that puts you on top of the roof entirely. Like, you jump up onto a beam and then up that to get onto the actual roof, and then from the roof you can snipe all the other snipers. So they don't one-shot you like they do on Legendary. So you can clear all those guys out, and then you just hop straight over to the gondola and go straight to the next area without really having to fight anything. Which is just really nice. I can't see anything. There's so many, like, there's so many add-ons covering everything. Oh, the Raven Lord. Nice. If it goes on sale again, I might pick up the Draenor Collector's Edition bundle that comes with the flying version of this. I spent so long getting this mount, and I then find out it doesn't fly. It's so disappointing. I hadn't researched it or anything, I just saw, oh, it's a cool looking bird mount. I want that. And then, yeah, turns out it just walks everywhere, despite being a bird. I mean, I guess there are flightless birds, but it definitely doesn't look like a penguin. I suppose it looks closer to like a chicken than anything. Oh. Can't do that while moving. How disappointing. Yeah, we might do some of that Halo remastering stuff I was talking about on stream at some point. That might just be fun kind of content to do. Because a lot of it will just be me messing around in Forge and with mods and stuff to figure things out. Do like a behind the scenes thing on here and then put out the like really professional looking video on the YouTube. Might be kind of fun. You can chill out with some nice like synth wave or some shit. Just chill out for a bit. Make some Halo content like back in the day. I do have some ideas of stuff that I want to do with that already. I kind of have the idea in my head of doing like a, I don't know what to call it, like those sort of, you know those shots in all the car adverts where it like slowly pans over like the door panels, and then it slowly pans over like the roof, so it shows you the whole top of the car. Like doing those sort of shots, like, you know, really slow cinematic shots of the vehicle of just like a ghost as it slowly floats in the air. Oh, I think I can loot his hammer. No, I have to go loot him. Damn it, I thought the hammer was like a quick way of doing it. Apparently not. We get it? Nope. Got the hammer for like the 9th time that I can't use. Also, is the hammer actually the hammer? Or is it? It's over here, isn't it? I feel like that's different from the classic one. Definitely looks cool, but I feel like it's a different... Either a slightly different design or a slightly different shade to the classic one. I want to see what it looks like against my my Dwarf Warriors, like, transmog I have planned out for him. I'm kind of going to be using him to farm all the, like, WoD dungeons and raids and stuff, because that's where all the transmog pieces I want for him come from. Then I can also use that in turn to farm all the mounts and stuff from there. It works out. Anyway, I'm just going to be back in a minute. Alright, let's get back to it. Hopefully we get the, nice if we just get a mount, to be honest, on the next run through, but it'd also be nice just to get some wrists on the right character, really. Because I remember what happened last time I did this now. I got one of these on this character, and I got 4 sets of the wrists I need on my Demon Hunter that I can't send items across characters with. Because it's on the Horde side. Which was just beautiful. A dagger? Got that, I guess. Alright, to spam all these items out as well. Because those are worth more than the tokens. Definitely not the piece I need, is it? I need hidebound chains. No. It's weird, running some of the old content, like the tokens are worth more than the items they make, and then in others the items they make are worth more than the tokens. Strange. I think it's Mists and WoD where the tokens are worth more than the items they make. But in Cataclysm, and I think also Wrath, it's the other way around. Like, you're better off making them into something. Damn on it. God damn it, that guy started his Fell Hawk. Not one of those so bad. I'm hoping I can get the rest of these, like, gemstone cats on my Demon Hunter eventually. That'd be really nice. Just to complete another, another profession block, basically. I mean, there's only one blacksmithing mount, but I do have that. I have almost all the engineering mounts now. I'm only missing the rocket. Oh, and the Mecha Mogul thing. The little flying head that's... It's like a knockoff of the Mimron's head thing. Oh damn, I didn't see this before. They're like a pack of 3 extra scorpions over here. And the turtles too, let's grab them. Grab them all. Beautiful. A toppling giant, that was beautiful. Damn, the amount of like just green items you get out of doing that is insane. Oh, the dog came back to life. Sounds nearer and more urgently. I wonder why. Definitely not because I didn't just murder half the Firelands. That was a whole bunch of negatives in that sentence. I do like these mechanical creature mounts, like this robot parrot and stuff. You could have more of these. Got the mechanical parrot, we've got the mechanical dragon, kinda got a mechanical spider. Be cool to get like a mechanical, one of those like Chinese dragons the Pandarans have. That'd be cool. Like a big mechanical worm, essentially. There we go. Nice. What is going on over here? A lot of stuff shooting out the ground there. Am I aggroed one of these guys over here? Probably. I think I killed the one I'd aggroed. My pet is gonna die because they just ran into the lava. But yeah, more mechanical creature mounts would be cool. Oh yeah, we got the mechanical saber-tooth as well. I really like those. I think they look really cool for the gnomes and like engineers in general. Be cool to get more stuff like that rather than just another generic plane or whatever. I think there's 2 different planes, 2 different rockets, and 2 different bikes. And then there's an ATV and a flying head that's just basically another mount that we already had. Oh, and the mecha, the goblin golem thing. I feel like golem is one of my favourite mounts. The weird, I can't remember off the top of my head ever. Ah, Sky Golem, yeah, that one. That's just, I think, one of the coolest mounts in the game, to be honest. The big goblin mech. That is a point, actually. I don't think I've done my run for Gmod this week. Like, how have I done this? Oh, there we go. I got some gauntlets, apparently. Did I get anything useful from that? No. Oh, damn it. When it made that, like, alert noise thing, I thought I'd got something good. It was just gauntlets. Incredibly disappointing. Come on, here we go. Yeah, I'm still trying to make progress on all the stuff I was basically when we started these streams, still doing Mechagon, still doing Argent Crusade stuff. Like I say, kind of just been taking days and stuff away from it, but I got the wrong braces again. Oh, damn it. Where I was going that? Oh yeah, we started off in Mechagon today. We're still basically on the edge of Mechagon being done. Like 3 days worth of Mechagon and it's over. I never have to go back there again. But might still have to go back there because I'm trying to get the spare crates done because I really want to get the final rank of the was it Purification Protocol? I still haven't done any of the essences, basically. I know most people have them like all finished at rank 4 at this point, but I just don't care that much to do all of them. Most of them are from content I don't want to do. And the content I have done on that list, still haven't got one from it, so there's that. There is another one that I could be working towards that I do kind of enjoy doing, the Mechagon dungeon on like Heroic. You can just join that through Group Finder now or whatever. I actually just really enjoy doing that dungeon. I think it's really cool. It's kind of irritating it wasn't just in the LFG to begin with. I know a lot of people really hate the Group Finder, but from just an ease of use standpoint, it's really nice to have it there. Like I've said in previous streams, I have a guild, I have people that I could be doing this content with, but just none of them are on for long enough for me to actually do anything like that with them, so gonna queue up with randoms is kind of nice. And apart from a couple bad times, I don't think I've really had bad Group Finder groups. I think the only times I've really had bad Group Finder groups is when people have, like, you know, I've joined a bunch of elitists, basically. That's when it's bad. Even when you have people who are just messing around, who just don't really care, and who are just having fun with it, that's more enjoyable than having people who are like, oh, your DPS isn't good enough. Especially when you're doing, like, leveling dungeons, because why does it matter what your DPS is when you're doing a leveling dungeon? like, you don't have good gear, you're still really early on in the game, like... Just dumb, man. When did I get that time? Oh, I got a dress. Beautiful. Did I get the thing I needed? Probably not. No, I didn't. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing this for a long time before I get those wrists again. But yeah, the elitists and like leveling dungeons really irritate me. They're the only thing that's really bad about LFG, to be honest. Because when you have those groups and people are just sort of memeing on each other, that's actually some of the best time I've had. Oh, beautiful. Let me just fucking ban that cunt. There we go. I love these bots that just join your chat and go, "Do you want to be famous? Click this link to give yourself a virus." Like, I'm sorry mate, I've been doing YouTube for like 10 years. I know what a scam message looks like at this point. I know what a scam message looked like when I was 12 years old. What is that? Oh, Infernal Pyreclaw. Beautiful. It kind of amazes me that Twitch don't have stuff like that just auto-blocked at this point. Like, surely the people who are constantly spamming this message in people's chats and stuff, you could just IP ban them. Like, yeah, sure, they could use a VPN, but it's just going to constantly increase the amount of effort they have to go to. The amount of loops they have to jump through to do it, and eventually they'll have to jump through enough loops that they don't want to do it. Or it becomes too cost inefficient to do it. Same with like botting in WoW, and why that's still an issue is because botting essentially pays for itself. So you can have as many accounts running as you want. As long as they're running for long enough, they're just going to pay for themselves, and then they can just keep buying new accounts. Also why VPNs are both a good and bad thing too. Because yeah, it allows people to access content they wouldn't be able to otherwise, which is really cool. But then at the same time you also have people who will abuse that system to avoid bans and measures that are put in place to stop them being assholes, essentially. Irritating that person who came in my chat has kind of derailed my thought process. I got something. The Eye of Flame. Oh, that bow I already had. Okay. I unlocked it twice, apparently. Apparently I haven't got those shoulders. There we go. There's also a dagger somewhere. Yep, there. I think I might have too many add-ons because it's starting to really choke the game when I do stuff now. And I don't have like a bad PC either. The fact it is like chugging means there's definitely too many add-ons. A bit of an issue. But yeah, we can go hop on Flight Path now. Down to Dragon Soul, I believe, because that's the only one we're missing from Kalimdor. It's kind of nice, basically just ticking off continents with Mount Collection. Like, I've basically ticked off half of Northrend at this point. They're so similar. Can I just exchange them now? Damn it. Yeah, like I was saying, it's just nice to tick off stuff from your list as you go, really. It'd be nice to get some drops from Dragon Soul today, to be honest. Unless if just all three of them drop at once, that'd be super efficient, and I never have to go there again. And spend like 7 hours getting one fucking dungeon done. The reason I just never bother running Siege of Orgrimmar, it just takes so long to do. There's so many different RP segments you just have to stand around and wait for. It'd be nice if it had kind of like a skip button, like the Argent Crusade raid and dungeon does, where you can just go, if you've done it before, you just skip the pageantry or whatever. So it goes straight to, it's that one that's next to it, isn't it? It just goes straight to, like, spawning in the first boss rather than having all the RP stuff beforehand. Nice if there's just a button that did that. How much gold did we make in there? 3,000 gold just running Firelands, damn. Well, Firelands and... did we do something before Firelands? No? Don't think we did. Yeah, Cataclysm Dungeon event again next week, really? After we just finished the, like, giant one that lasted 5 weeks or whatever? Pretty good. Go straight in again on that one. I can't remember what the entry level was for that. Was it 98 or something like that? It was pretty low, because I remember I used it for leveling up my dwarf. If I go quick enough, I could probably use it to level my druid and my new hunter as well. Just remembering to do it, really, and factoring it in with stuff. Because I created all this structure and, like, order, and now I'm, like, piling more and more stuff in. Which is an old habit that's kind of bad, really. I usually end up spreading myself too thin. I'm managing to keep up with the exercise stuff, at least, and over the last couple of days. Diet stuff's been going pretty good, too. I need to get that back in check, because of switching off of kind of doing keto into, like a... I can't remember the word is for it now. A flexible diet. It's kind of an influx of carbs again, which is not good. Unless I lift more, basically. Which is something I have been doing. Weirdly been following a lot of, probably a very good trusted source to get information from in terms of bodybuilding. Which is, Arnie. Weirdly. Not really in the position to, like, bodybuild or anything yet, but just exercise tips in general. I feel like it's a good source to get them from, not just some random bloke on the internet. The dude literally, like, lived and breathed it for years before becoming an actor. And then a politician, weirdly. That guy's gone on like a amazing career path throughout his life. And a completely different change of topic. I wonder if the Dark Moon Fair rep buff from the, what is it, the roundabout thing? Roundabout is not the right word. The merry-go-round. Okay. It's just random orcs. I wonder if the merry-go-round thing that gives you the rep buff works on Rust Bolt? I can't see a reason why it wouldn't, so I wonder if I can use that to essentially just skip me a little bit more ahead. Like the next couple days of Rust Bolt rep. I mean, I'm literally 3 days off that anyway. So with the extra little rep buff, if it applies to the big amount as well, like I said, that's an extra like 100 rep basically. I could probably do that in like 2 days with the rep buff. In fact, when does the reputation thing change? Have I finished that mission as well that I haven't? Yeah, apparently. Revisit the warlords. Didn't I already collect that? Because that's the thingy tokens. Brain? Time walking badges, there we go. I guess not, because apparently I only have 2,500, but I'm pretty sure I picked them up before. Strange. Yeah, when does the thing change to reputation bonuses? Is it every week or every couple weeks it changes? Something tells me it's every 2 weeks. Oh no, World Quest bonus event. Ooh, that probably would work because it is a World Quest, but I will have finished Rust Bolt before that even comes back round again. Well, that's unfortunate. I do still have the Alder McCord and the Rajani to do, which I haven't even got them to honoured yet, so that's good. They're still, what is that, friendly? Yep. I also haven't done any of the Honeyback Hive thing. Like, at all. Ooh, I'm also kind of miles off all the Paragon caches. Contains an Azurite firework launcher. Okay. That actually sounds kind of cool. Bewitching tea set? Proudmore music box. That go in it? Oh, cooking recipes? I'm guessing that's all that is. Flopping fish, mementos of the deep, and a mount. That's the Waveblade one. I really don't want to do the Waveblade one. I really hate Nashatar. I know a lot of people really like it, I just find the whole design of the place to be a pain in the ass to do anything in. Like, now I have flying, it's not as bad, but just I have so many bad experiences of trying to navigate this place. It's all just like on top of each other and all the paths lead down, just it's such a fucking... especially this top area. It's just such a mess. It's so hard to get around that place. Like, over here, it's fine. Like, this whole, like, this is just a big flat area with, like, some coral trees here. This is, like, a ruined city that's easy to get around. It's just, like, this central part and this upper bit. Like, all of this bit, I find to be awful. Basically, this is fine. This is the starting bit. All of this is fine. It's just this, like, big chunk here, which is most of the zone. It's all just, like, stuck on top of each other, and there's so many weird different ramps and stuff. I just didn't enjoy it at all. But, Kultiris. Love Kultiris. Love Mechagon. Oh, I'm pretty yawny today for some reason. All of this I like too. Xandalore, Kultiris, Mechagon. I think are great. Like, I love all those zones. They've all got their own, like, unique little appearance and stuff to them. Like, I really like, Nazmir. Like, the whole, like, dense, like, bog type swamp thing is really cool. Like, all the decaying stuff and the giant, like, turtle that's dead over here and stuff. Really cool. I also like the desert aesthetic of over here. Like, we've got a lot of deserts in, like, Kalimdor. But I just really like Faldoon. I think it's a really nice, like, it's a desert, but there's stuff in it. Like, there's areas that feel empty and, like, it's just an abandoned nothingness. But then there's also, like, pockets of just, here's a crap load of stuff. Here's, like, a... I think it's over here somewhere. There's, like, a almost market type thing. And then you've got the, there's like an undead harbour somewhere as well. I can't remember if that's up here or down here, one of them. There's like an undead harbour, that's really cool. And obviously over in Kultiris you've got the witches and stuff in Drustvar with the Wicca people and that stuff, that's really cool. And then Stormsong has its whole like Cthulhu stuff. And Tiragard's all like pirates and things, like it's just a cool... I really liked all the zones in BFA. Some of the story writing wasn't, like, brilliant. But I don't really have as big a problem with BFA as some people did, I don't think. Like, I still like a lot of stuff in BFA. To be fair, I even liked Azerite armor as an idea. Like the idea of having armor that has power-ups of your choice, basically, and gives you different abilities and ways to play, I think is really cool. I just don't think any of them were ever really balanced. There's always one that's just far better than the other. Almost constantly. Like, I had one on my Demon Hunter. I think I have the sword one now, whatever, where it stacks up and then one-shots things if I wait 30 seconds between combat. Which is just stupid. But then there was also another one before that. Does this used to be the racetrack? Because of the black? Huh. There was one before that where every time I went into Metamorphosis it would reset the cooldowns on everything or something like, or like the big abilities. So you'd use your I-beam, then switch into Metamorphosis and then I-beam again. So if you were going to die in combat, you just Metamorphosis, heal back up, and then I-beam again and one-shot everything. It was just... it just breaks the game. Whoa, why is my game just, like, losing FPS? How are we doing on the, dropped frames and stuff? We haven't dropped any frames this stream so far, damn. My FPS is tanking for some reason, but we've not losing frames, that's for sure. It's all on my end for it. There it is. Go run Dragon Soul on stream, I think, for the first time, actually. Oh, there it is. My favourite dragon. Oh, one of my favourites, actually. I guess the Ember Worm is pretty cool too, but this is the one that actually has skin that looks cool. Can I talk to this guy and get a flight path down, or do I need to fly down here individually? Fly down, cool. Oh, that's unfortunate. I assume I'm just going to spaz around in a circle at some point and not be able to fly down here properly, because that usually happens. I might actually do this and kind of call the stream. I'm getting, like, really tired today. I think it was just, like, last week really took it out of me. I think it's just a series of kind of, not necessarily bad decisions, but just bad timing on stuff. Like, I had a late night playing games and stuff, which was really fun. Like, I didn't regret doing it. But then, basically getting no sleep after that, and then the heat the day after, and then getting no sleep because of having to sleep downstairs. And then waking up with really bad neck ache because I had to sleep on the settee. After I'd spent like a couple hours. Because it cooled down a bit in the evening. But I feel like my dog is worse with heat than I am. And as we've already discussed, I'm pretty bad with that. Obviously, don't want Oscar to get overheated, so I had to sleep downstairs to keep him cool, which I don't usually mind doing. I don't usually struggle to sleep downstairs. I think after doing like hours of like shoulder exercises and stuff, and like different lifts that I hadn't done before, I think my neck really needed some like rest, and that just wasn't the place for it, you know. Mount, please. Oh, there we go. What do I get? Oh, gauntlets, that already got. Cool. So yeah, still just kind of recovering from not having sleep for 2 days, basically. A week later. So I might just call the stream early to give myself a break and time to do other stuff as well. Because as much as I enjoy doing the streaming thing, and I feel like it is genuinely good for me to do, like it keeps my brain active and thinking about things, and I feel like it makes me better at carrying conversations and stuff, doing YouTube and streaming. Because it is something I noticed when I stopped doing it, like I became progressively worse at just holding a conversation over stuff. Whereas like streaming gives you constant practice of having to keep coming up with topics to talk about and keep coming up with ways to talk about things. Even though I notice when I watch some of my streams back, I do just kind of repeat myself quite a bit. And I'm still getting over the whole umming and ahhing thing, but I feel like I'm getting better at that one. I do feel like streaming is kind of just good for me. Like I say, to not necessarily practice talking, but just, you know, my ability to hold a conversation and stuff, because I feel like at times I really suck at doing that. Because a lot of the time, unless I'm actually hanging out with people or whatever, or going to do something, generally I'm just kind of sat by myself thinking about things and not really saying or necessarily doing anything. In those regards, if that makes sense. Or doing stuff, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be sat here. But I'm not talking or like communicating with people, right? I'm just sort of getting on with something. Like, so something I've been kind of good at is just getting on with stuff and just concentrating on like a task. I feel like in turn means kind of don't have a great ability to just keep and hold conversations all the time. I think it was during like college when I really got into doing the YouTube stuff all the time. I feel like I got really good at just starting a conversation about literally nothing with random ass people that I'd never spoken to before. I feel like YouTube was somewhat responsible for that because you just have to keep coming up with topics just out of your ass to talk about stuff. Because of that, you can then like start a conversation based on just anything around you, basically, which is kind of the skill you get from doing YouTube stuff. Especially back in the day, doing like Let's Plays on random games and stuff, like you just having to talk about random crap that you're witnessing, like the positions of enemies or whatever in a game. Or like the environment that you've walked into and stuff. I've been thinking about going back and playing Fallout 4 again. Because it was the game that kind of... Once it was the only thing that gave life to my YouTube channel, but it was one of the first things that really kind of... Like, when my YouTube channel was actually doing kind of well, it was because of Fallout and Ark. I've been back and played Ark since. And I can't, like, keep myself playing it for long enough anymore. I think there's still a lot of Fallout 4 stuff I've never done. Like, I've literally never played the story in 4, like, at all. I started it, got so far through it, killed Kellogg, I think was his name. And then I just haven't played the story since that point, and I just never wanted to.
Something about you seems familiar. They have returned.
I feel like it is something I should do at some point, just to kind of like tick that game off and say like I'm done with it. Rather than just leaving it there. Like I went back and finished the DLC for Skyrim. Because I'd finished basically everything in base Skyrim, either on 360 or on PC at some point, right? I've done the Mages College, done the Thieves Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, the Companions. I don't think I've done the Bard's College, but who actually cares about the Bard's College? Finished the main campaign, I did Dawnguard, and I did all the like side stuff in Dawnguard. I think I like basically 100% of it. Collected all the crap from it. But the thing I never played was Dragonborn or whatever. I think Dragonborn was the second one, right? With Mirac and Cthulhu Dimension and all the rest of it. Emmaus Mora, I think was his name. Who does show up in like the main campaign at one point, I think. Which I think he just used to be like a blue orb or some crap, and then if you have Dragonborn, he turns into like the tentacle mess with the eyes. Which is kind of cool. But they went back and like redid that. Yeah, that was actually a really good DLC, and I'm glad I went back and did it, and I've got like kind of ticked off of like, I've finished Skyrim, basically. I kind of like to do the same thing with Fallout 4. I'd like to do that with New Vegas too, because I've had so many different playthroughs of New Vegas. I just never finished any of them. I think the problem with New Vegas is I've played through so much of it previously that I know what's going to come up. It's kind of the same problem I have with like replaying Mass Effect 2. Like Mass Effect 2, I love it, and I want to see like all the different endings myself, if that makes sense. Like obviously I can watch them on YouTube, that's not an issue. But I want to like have that completion in my head of finishing it. And getting like the better ending and stuff to the one I got originally. But just replaying it, I can never do it. Like I get to the Garrus part and I just get bored. Like I just can't carry on. I just lose interest because I know what's coming up. I know how everything's going to play out. So like the interest and the intrigue and the story and stuff is gone. And I have kind of the same problem in New Vegas. Of like, I know Benny's gonna... Is it Benny? I think it's Benny. The guy who like shoots you in the head right at the start. I know how he's gonna die. Because I've killed him in like 3 different ways or whatever at this point, like... I've seen so much of the story already that trying to like start a new story from the beginning and finishing all of it, I just end up losing interest so far through. Which is a shame really, because it's a really good game. I do want to go back to it at some point. I might just like get a bunch of mods and stuff and do that on stream maybe at some point. Just like smash it out and try and do it in one stream with just like a bunch of broken mods on it. Might be kind of fun. Put me. There's got to be a bunch of like just broken kind of funny mods to put on it. Still experience like the story of the game. But just like in a way that makes it interesting again to play through as like kind of a new experience again, I guess. I think that's kind of the problem with the Mass Effect games, because BioWare don't really allow modding to the same degree as like Bethesda do. So I think the most I found for one of the Mass Effect games was like a cheat engine thing that doesn't require you to have cheat engine, which is beautiful because I hate cheat engine. I don't hate cheat engine, I hate like the way you acquire it. Like I don't know why it has to be through such a dodgy means. It's just the worst. I just never want to have... I don't ever want to even try and install it on a PC. Just for the chance that it might install something else with it. Which is why I really like it when mod developers that make stuff create their own like derivative, basically. Like there's one for... I think there's a couple for Dark Souls that do like the randomizers. That's kind of like a derivative thing of that. Did we get anything? Nope. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, there's a couple for Dark Souls that are like derivative ones. There's one for I think there's one for Resident Evil 2 as well. It's like a cheat engine derivative thing, so it's like its own executable rather than having to have proper cheat engine. There's one for Mass Effect that just lets you break the game, basically. But that's kind of it, really, in terms of Mass Effect mods. Which is kind of unfortunate, really, because it'd be nice to just mess around and put other stuff in that game and just have fun with it. Because I feel like there's some games like Skyrim that I can just keep replaying. Because there's always new mods and always new ways to play that game, and always like new stuff to do in it. Like, even if you've beat all the campaign, you've done all the quest lines, you've finished all the DLC, there's still like 20 different entire game-sized DLCs that people have made themselves with modding tools now. Even if you finished all of Skyrim, there's still another 300 hours of mods out there for you to play through. Whereas like with Mass Effect, it's, oh, you want Miranda to be naked for the whole game? Here you go, here's 20 mods that do that for you. Like, thanks. I'd rather have, you know, some new weapons, or new enemies to fight, or, I don't know, a new campaign, maybe? But no, we just get some texture replacers, essentially. To be fair, there's nothing wrong with just texture replacer mods if they actually do something useful, I feel. Like, all the texture replacer mods for like Skyrim and Fallout. I used to review mods for Fallout. There were a lot of texture replacer mods in one of those reviews, I'm pretty sure, but they were like, they made the game look better, or they made the characters look nicer. And considering it's an RPG where you spend a good chunk of the time like either looking at your character or looking at other characters and having conversations and stuff, improving the visual quality of the things you're looking at, I don't think is a negative thing. Because if you're going to be spending like, I think I have like 300 hours logged on Skyrim or something on PC, and I probably have about the same on Xbox, like my original playthroughs. If you're going to be spending that much time looking at something, making it look pretty, there's definitely like a reason to do that, and there's definitely space for that. I feel like some of the mods just kind of for a very specific audience in a very specific mindset, and that's about it. And that seems to beat 90% of the mods for Mass Effect, which is unfortunate. I'm hoping the Halo modding community, as things develop, start to produce more and more interesting stuff. There's one for Halo 3 already that I've seen that I kind of want to try out. That adds in it kind of, I think it's called Halo 3 De-Evolved Combat or something like that. It's basically like Halo 1 stuff, but in Halo 3. So the Arbiter looks like how he does in the start of Halo 2. Master Chief has his like original Halo 1 armor. You're fighting elites and stuff rather than just brutes. And I think there's also the like brute plasma pistol from Halo 2. He's like remade that. Which I really like. That plasma pistol. Not plasma pistol, plasma repeater? I think it is. I think that might be my favourite gun in Halo 2. Well, apart from the BR, obviously, which is just broken, but it's nice to see that plasma repeater in Halo 3, to be honest. Right, I'm gonna try and not murder this one, and just get the balls. This might be the part where I stop talking quite so much while I just concentrate on not messing this up. I mean, it's not complicated to do, it's just kind of irritating. I think the issue might also be the fact I have my pets out, which I normally get rid of before I jump down here, so this might break anyway, but we'll see. Yeah, what I was saying about Halo mods, it'd be nice to see more stuff like that actually adds new content to the game, and new campaigns and stuff, rather than just kind of what I expect from the Nexus, which is probably just a whole bunch of retextures of Cortana. Which I'm surprised haven't already come out yet, but I guess people are still like figuring out how to create their own stuff for it yet. Because most of the mods I've seen are like, there's a whole bunch of reshades. Yeah, just ways of changing the lighting in the games and stuff. There's like 20 different ways of like toggling on oh, for fuck's sake, the pets. Just gonna dismiss them. And hope Deathwing doesn't. Oh, he is rolling. Fuck. We done? Have you finished rolling? Cool. Yeah, it's always a risk with having a pet class in this. Just accidentally murdering the goddamn thingy to fill up with fire. Whatever this stuff is. Corrupted blood? Ugh. How close is he? Gotta be there, pretty much. Go near the blood. Yes, there we go. Let me just flick through. Yeah, hoping for more, like, advanced mods and stuff that add in new stuff. Hopefully, if I have the time, I'd like to contribute to that as well, eventually. I'm just slowly figuring out the modding tools myself at the minute. Is probably gonna take a little bit for me to really get the grips of them. It kind of feels like learning the creation kit for the first time. I got pretty good at using the creation kit for a while. Just for creating like custom housing and dungeons and stuff pretty much, but it was fun. Hoping I can do something similar with that. There's not really any tool yet that I found that really lets you kind of create your own campaign. That I've seen anyway. There might be tools out there I'm not aware of yet. But like the assembly thing is kind of just... It allows you to add things to the game files, basically, so you can take like a pre-existing campaign, you can add in different guns, you can add in different enemies, you can change models and stuff. But you can't really go into the specific level and place like a wall inside this specific area to create like a... like block off this section or open up this area of the map or whatever. Like it's very limited in what it can do so far. But from what I've seen, you can transfer maps from one thing to another. So I'm wondering if you could create basically a map in Forge, and then transfer that Forge variant into the place of that campaign level. Basically, you could build a whole campaign level in Forge and then transfer everything into there, and then replace things like wall textures and stuff. It's going to be like a very long-winded way of doing it. But I feel like it might be possible. Because you can transfer campaign levels into firefight maps and stuff. I've seen that done. So if there's a way to do that, then I've got to assume there's probably a way to transfer it the other way. Put, like, one map into the campaign in the place of another thing. The issue would be setting up... Did we get anything? Nope. It should be setting up like trigger boxes and stuff within the levels to trigger like the end of mission, start of mission, dialogue, whatever. Like actually doing the complicated game stuff would be kind of difficult currently, without the tools to do so. Because in like the creation kit you can go in and you can set up like trigger boxes, you can set up AI, you can manually edit the AI and change how it reacts to the player, you can set up pathing, you can tell the AI not to follow through the specific door, you can do all sorts of stuff with it. Whereas with, there we go. The assembly kit, it's basically just like editing a spreadsheet, essentially. You can definitely do some cool stuff with it. Like I say, people have like already made kind of like custom campaign things, but they're kind of just overhauls of the current campaign. It's essentially just those like older mods for Skyrim, like the GOT overhaul and stuff that just replaced the Imperials with like the Lannisters and the Stormcloaks with the Starks. There we go. been a while since I've thought about Game of Thrones. But that's the overhaul that's kind of stuck in my head. I remember playing that one. Oh, damn it. Nothing, again. Damn it. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna leave it here for the stream. I know it's a little early. It's only 20 minutes early though, to be fair. I thought I'd be finished way sooner. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. We've got more raids and stuff still to do. I might try and get those done tomorrow on another stream. Maybe on the Demon Hunter as well. Try and just blast through everything else before reset day on Wednesday. But thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you again very soon.